Good evening and welcome back. Welcome back to the Bitter Knitters. It is Thursday. I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
Thursday, December 6th, 2018. The year is nearly done.
Woohoo.
We're going to have to come up with a best of something or worst of or something of the year before the year ends.
Yeah.
You know, worst worst stories we heard all year long. I don't know. Anyway, my name is Jacqueline and Arthur's here. We haven't been here for so long. I'm completely out of practice. I have no idea how to host this show anymore. But I mean, Arthur survived the plague.
Yep. Yeah. It was looking really bad for me for a couple days there.
Yeah. Yeah, he was gonna do the show last week, but he was worried he might have to disappear for a bit. And I was like, I cannot fill dead air. Okay, I'm not charming or interesting enough to do that. So
I could have brought the mic to the toilet with me, but that, you know what I mean.
A little distracting.
Yeah. So I think I did everyone a favor by just
good call. Good call. Ryan, who knows where he is? He's probably off yachting in the Mediterranean. As those celebrity prostitutes do, right?
It is that time of year. You got to get money for Christmas presents.
Yeah, Ryan is trying to get that Birkin.
Yeah.
Maybe one day he'll get a Saudi prince. And so let's have a few updates. There's a lot of updates while we were gone. So what I really want to talk about was we talked at length a couple times about the homeless man and the couple that raised money for him.
Yeah.
And how he then said they stole all his money, $400,000 they raised on GoFundMe. Well, it came out last month that it was all a setup from the very beginning. They all three of them were in on it. Now the wife or the girlfriend, I don't know, whatever, the lady involved in it, she has a recording. I listened to the recording where her partner, her man, is basically telling her she's stupid and nobody goes to jail for lying to GoFundMe and stuff like that. Guess we know who the stupid one is now.
Yeah, really.
She says she didn't want to do it. She was forced to do it, of course. She's going to play the abused woman card.
Yep.
But they've all been arrested. And they've got a very good chance of going to jail for fraud. So.
Well, it's fraud. Yeah, it's an absolute fraud. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
Like, you done fucked up.
Now, GoFundMe has returned the money to everybody who donated. Now, that $400,000 is gone.
Yeah.
So GoFundMe is going to have to try to get that back somehow, I guess.
I'm fairly certain it's all insured.
Oh, okay.
I'm fairly certain because this isn't the first time someone's run a scam and they kind of had to fucking, figure their shit out a little bit better. Because GoFundMe really was kind of operating on the honor system there for a while, which is the dumbest fucking thing you can do when you're, dealing with people, because we have no honor. Like, we're scum. Like, sorry, not fucking
especially
sorry.
when $400,000 comes into the mix.
I'm stealing it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I am stealing that money. I don't even feel bad for saying it. It's $400,000. Like, it's it's worth the risk, and most people would feel that way.
I mean, it was. These guys bought cars and they went on vacations and they were gambling, and I mean, they enjoyed it. I guess live hard, die fast. I don't know. But so I mean, definitely we will keep you updated on the news that comes out on that, because I definitely want to see these three get their comeuppance.
Yeah. Well, even the poor homeless guy though. Like,
he was in on it.
But the motherfucker's desperate. He's homeless. Like, if I was living that kind of life and someone said, "Hey, man, we're gonna fucking scam a bunch of money off people," I'm like, well, okay.
A crime is a crime.
I mean, I get it. I understand, but at the same
point,
he'll
go to jail and he won't be homeless.
Yeah.
He'll get 3 squares. He'll have a warm place to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So, 3 hots and a cot. I haven't heard that. I like
3 hots and a cot.
Okay, so another update we have is on, we spoke about the 2 Toronto police officers who got stoned in their police car while doing a, what do you call that, a stakeout.
Yeah.
One of them had, lifted a police or a chocolate bar from a supply, what do you call that?
Dispensary?
Dispensary while it was being raided. And so he'd stolen a couple chocolate bars. They ate it in the car, and they had the worst green out in history. One was up in a tree. And another officer who arrived to help them slipped on ice and hit her head, and she has severe problems still due to this. So we had the first officer plead guilty earlier last month in November. He got a 9-month conditional sentence under supervision, and he will have to serve 60 hours. It's all house arrest, right? 60 hours community service. So, I mean, that's not too bad. He lost his job. Obviously, he had to resign. He doesn't have the job. I'm sure he doesn't have a police pension anymore, or any of that stuff. So, you know, I think that's a decent, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
punishment. I mean, he didn't do anything horrible other than, you know, getting high on work, which is bad, but
it's bad. And the fact is when they did it, marijuana was still illegal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually getting really mad at a lot of people now because they think that because it's now legal, you know, previous charges should be thrown out and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I personally don't agree with that. Yeah. When you did it, it was illegal. I don't give a fuck if the promise was there that it wouldn't be. But it was at that moment in time. You fucked up. Yeah. You got to pay the price.
It's a fair point,
right?
Now his partner, she is refusing to plead guilty, and she's taking it to trial.
Fucking right.
So she's gonna fight the law.
Yeah.
So
I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I don't know. Like, even if I was caught red-handed, as these officers were, I don't think I would ever plead guilty. I really don't. I don't. Yeah. I mean, you pay lawyers for, you know, knowing loopholes around the law. Yeah, so, you know, you might as well try your fucking luck. Because it's not like, you know,
well, your punishment's she probably doesn't want to lose her job or her pension, right? And if she's found not guilty, then, you know, maybe she can just pull the old, he didn't tell me it was cannabis.
Yeah. Hey.
I just thought it was a Hershey bar, right?
Yeah, except for, you know, that weed taste, but whatever. Like, whatever.
Maybe he said it was like a fancy South American chocolate bar, organic. You know what the hell? That shit's weird.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? There's all those weird flavor combinations that they have when you go to the health food store and stuff.
When I go to the health food store?
I don't either. But when I go to, let's say, where I see it at Bulk Barn, that's where I see those weird combinations. I'm trying to be like, you know, a normal person, but.
Fuck.
Okay, I got caught frauding here.
Oh,
okay,
shit.
So another update. This one was a little controversial. Was the Dutch man who's 69 years old, Emil Ratelbrandt, who went to court to try to get his age lowered by 20 years because he said he was trans-aged.
Yeah.
He was laughed out of court.
Yeah, of course.
They said that it would cause this is the actual quote from the press statement from the court. Amending his date of birth would cause 20 years of records to vanish from the register of births, deaths, marriages, and registered partnerships. This would have a variety of undesirable legal and social implications. So,
yeah, it seems fucking decent enough reasons for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole premise was dumb from the fucking get-go.
Oh, this guy is such a whack ass.
Yeah, but I mean, like I was saying, you know, I can see more people making these types of stupid fucking arguments. I really can. I don't think this is the last time we're going to hear something fucking just absolutely out of left field like this again. Like, I really don't.
No, I think we're going to have a lot of these cases coming forward. You're right. Like you stated this. I think you're right. We're going to have not just age, but a lot of things.
That's speciesism or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, the shit's coming down the work. And like I was saying the last time, you know, and I don't want to put it on the trans movement, but when you get people who, well, for lack of a better term, they're just fucking stupid and they're jealous and they see this kind of shit and then they realize, oh, well, I can do something to them as stupid as they might view, you know, actually being a legitimate transgender individual.
Right.
You know, and then they try to do this kind of fucking moronic shit, just watering down the actual fucking struggle and cause. But this won't be the last time we hear something like this. I'm willing to put fucking money on it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think so. And if we have time, we're going to talk about some delusional people who are not in reality like some of these other people. Our final update. We talked and we were really horrified and angered by the swatting hoax that happened at Christmas time last year, and the young man Andrew Finch was killed by the police who showed up at his house and was told that he was involved in a hostage situation, and the police shot first and didn't ask questions at all. So Tyler Barris, 26 years old, he was the one who placed the hoax call. He's pleaded guilty to 51 charges.
Good.
It's part of a plea deal. He will be sentenced in January. We don't know what the charge will be yet, but yeah.
Like if he's plea dealing, like he's not going to get the time that we all fucking think he deserves.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least some fucking semblance of justice.
Charges is going to give him at least some years. He's not going to get like 3 months.
You'd hope. You would hope. You know, now again, I can only relate this to the Canadian fucking judicial system, but I mean, a guy killed fucking 3 children and a fucking elderly person drunk driving, got 8 years in prison for it. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't really have much hope and or faith in the fucking judicial system anymore.
And like I really don't. This guy wasn't even involved in the actual original fight.
Exactly.
So the fight started with somebody named Shane Gaskill and Casey Viner, who were angry about Call of Duty and $1.50 on a bet. Yeah. Viner then asked Barris to call a SWAT on Gaskill, who had used an old address or, you know, a fake address, and that's how Andrew Finch ended up murdered by the police.
Yeah, no, it's some bullshit.
That's crazy, you know.
That's some fucking bullshit.
$1.50. Someone's dead for $1.50.
It's crazy how much we value each other's lives, though. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That swatting thing, like ever since I first heard it, it pissed me off, and it's why I get mad about the whole doxing thing.
Yeah.
You know. Now, I had a fairly decent conversation with my brother-in-law about this because I don't want to say he's pro doxing, but he has a more pro angle than I come from. Right. Now, we were talking about it in the scope of like white nationalists, like actual fucking Nazis and shit like that. And it's hard for me to argue against that. Like, yeah, if you see someone out there espousing hate and you can take their picture and you can make it known to their employer and you can disrupt their lives, I don't see a problem with that. But then the problem becomes this. Now, you know what I mean? Because that is exactly like the worst case scenario with doxing. And that's not the first case of swatting, you know?
No.
Like it's,
remember it was happening to all the celebrity houses back 2 or 3 years ago. Somebody was calling in all those fake SWATs.
It's messed up. It's so fucked up to do to a human being. And especially over such a petty fucking argument.
And you're right. That's the worst case scenario. Like this wasn't just somebody who got, you know, frightened because the police pounded on their door.
No.
This is somebody who's dead. Completely innocent, a father of 2, doing nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong over some fucking video game beef, and then this guy had to like die untimely. Like it's fucked up. It's not cool.
And every person I piss off or you piss off on the internet called it a SWAT on us. Oh my god!
Fuck! Like Jesus, I'm fucked.
You'd be dead 100 times over.
I'm fucked. I mean, it's hockey season. I'm running my mouth 24/7 right now. Like I'm fucked. Like anyone who listens that follows me on Facebook, like I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry that you have to see that shit, but like fuck you, it's hockey season.
That's his entertainment.
Like I'm running my mouth.
Oh my god, all the Habs.
Oh fuck them.
All the Habs memes and jokes and disses that I see. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like hey, fuck Montreal. Like just for one. Just fuck Montreal. I don't care.
City, not even a hockey team, you mean?
No, the city. Fuck it. Fuck it all. Burn it to the ground. And like secondly, no one cares about you. No one cares. Fuck off. Go fucking rant or even French somewhere else, man. I don't even understand what the fuck it is you're saying.
Well, did you see that the province of Quebec voted today to up the legal age of marijuana consumption to 21?
Huh. Yeah. I can get rip-roaring drunk at 18.
At 18, yeah.
And I mean rip-roaring drunk. Go get beat up by bouncers at a fucking, at a Rippers, but I can't get high? Okay.
That's common Montreal or Quebec sense.
You know what they have to do is they have to find a way to canonize marijuana. If they can give marijuana a sainthood, everyone in fucking Quebec would be about it.
The saint of Mary Jane.
Right? Fucking just put a picture.
Mary Jane, blessed
Get a fucking photo of Willie Nelson or Tommy Chong or some shit. Fucking canonize it. Those Quebecers will be all about it.
Oh, God. We got to get the Pope on this.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so let's start. I'm going to have a feeling that you're going to be just as angry at this story as I am. Now, I didn't share anything because I specifically did not want you to comment so that I would not know your opinion this whole time. But I was furious over this story, like literally blood boiling rage. This is the story about John Allen Cho, who was killed during the end of the November, the 20s of November. He went to an island that is illegal to go to. It's an Indian island called North Sentinel.
Yep.
It is illegal because the people there are extremely hostile. They do not want any outsiders. They've made it very clear. They've killed many people over the years that have come to their island. They've shot at people that have done gift drops with food and gifts, and they don't want anybody there. They're quite happy to live like, you know, Stone Age cavemen, or however they live with their bows and arrows and, you know, fishing or whatever they do to live. That's what they want. This guy went there with the purpose of bringing Jesus to them and the word of God. And he went there one day, he showed up and he did some work with them. They didn't kill him immediately. At some point they got offended or angry or suspicious, whatever happened. He was shot at with a bow and arrow. The arrow was stopped by his Bible. He didn't take that as a sign, and he went back the next day and they killed him and buried his body on the beach.
Yep, fucking right.
Yeah.
I've talked about North Sentinel Island before.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a very intriguing case because they are, I mean, we can't say they're uncontacted because they have been contacted many times.
Yeah.
But they just don't give a fuck. Like they literally don't give a fuck.
They don't want an iPhone.
No, they don't care. They literally don't give a shit. And yeah, I feel zero sympathy for this man at all. I feel zero sympathy for any missionary that dies. I really don't.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about your God. No one gives a fuck about your superiority complex because of your God. Like, seriously, it's so fucking stupid. And you got exactly what you deserved. Like, it might be harsh, but I don't fucking care. Exactly what you deserved.
He did. 100%. The audacity to go there, bringing your freaking disgusting diseases that these people don't have any antibodies for. You know, you could literally, he could have wiped out that entire population.
Well, and so this is before this shit even happened, you know, and as I just said, I brought this up before. I've looked into it a bunch. After the 2006 tsunami, it's said that there's maybe only 12 of these people left. Like that their whole fucking island essentially was decimated to the point where there might only be 12
people. He wrote in his diary that he thinks there's about 100. So maybe they had a little bit of a rebound. Possibly. It's only been 10 years though.
Yeah. But it's just, no sympathy. Zero sympathy. No. It's kind of nuts though. Like, I mean, so they're like, it's the island belongs to India, right? So with that logic, you would think like, okay, they're more Southern Asian descent people, but they're not. Like they are fucking flat out related to fucking ancient African people.
Yeah.
For somehow
there hasn't been mixing.
No, somehow these people who most of the fucking educated world figured that, you know, most Africans did not have seaworthy vessels at that point in time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there was really no evidence of any type of expansion. So, like, the thought is that these guys got on, like, essentially little reed fucking boats and just braved the fucking ocean. Like, yeah, they deserve their little piece. You know what I mean? Like, just leave them.
And they've seen ships. They've seen airplanes. They've seen planes. Drones.
As I said.
A boat crashed there in the 90s, 80s and 90s, and they killed everybody on board that survived. And they stripped the ship. So they know what metal is. They know how to use it to some degree. They just don't want outsiders coming there.
I'm going to misquote the dates or what have you.
Yeah.
But the island wasn't always like this. It wasn't always a uncontacted tribe and a no-go zone. Like it actually at one point in time, people went there and they traded with them, and you know what I mean? Something fucking happened along the way that made these people wary of outsiders. And I have a feeling that reason is Jesus fucking Christ.
I think that's a good one. And also too, if they're even any aware of their neighboring islands, because all the other islands were very similar to them. And most of them, I mean, there was one island, one of the neighboring islands, where almost everybody died from disease in the 80s. So maybe word of mouth spread that everybody was dying because, you know, these Westerners, these white men, these Jesus men, whoever the hell they want to call them, are showing up.
Well, you'd have to imagine it'd be something along those lines, right? I mean, no civilization ever has lasted without trade of some sort. Not a single one. Even the most isolated ones, like even the people on Easter Island. It's actually a major theory that because their lack of trade, the lack of having anything new coming in, just decimated the population because they had nothing. You know what I mean? They had whatever they could fucking mine or cut down on that island.
Exactly. They used every resource.
Right? So you would have to imagine, especially with these people being mainland Africans, you know, that have been trading for fucking years, like even leaving the island, they would know that that's a very big part of us succeeding as a village. But something happened somewhere along the lines. The only date that I could find was just pre-World War II.
Yeah.
When you had a lot of navies in and around that area, just sniffing around, seeing what the fuck's going on.
I did read that. I want to say it was like a president or like, you know, a really high up person of India actually went to the island at one point, way back, like, you know, 80 years ago or some crazy shit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just leave them alone. Just leave them the fuck alone. Like,
well, I keep thinking about the Brazilian tribes. We keep seeing the Amazon tribes, and there's you know there's a few there that are completely segregated and do not want to be with outsiders. And this summer, the story came out of the last guy of his tribe.
Yeah.
They've been killed by disease. They've been killed by, you know, deforesters, clear cutters and all that stuff. And, you know, this guy is all by himself, still trying to live in his jungle, live his life. And that just breaks my heart, you know?
Live his tribal lifestyle, his ancestral lifestyle, which, I mean, I'm fairly certain that most people nowadays can agree, like, that's your right. You know, if that's the life you want to live in your traditional cultural way, then by all fucking means, you know. But yeah, no, that one was disgusting because it was all about fucking farmers. The farmers went out there and completely fucking committed a genocide. Like literally, it's a fucking genocide.
And there's probably a lot more tribes we'll never even hear about that
straight up
happened to.
You know, like I do try to talk shit every time I hear the whole like, oh, colonial this and colonial that, but like I can't argue that. That's absolutely some colonial fucking bullshit. You know, like,
I mean, let's face it, the quote unquote uncivilized people that you know were encountered by the civilized people colonializing things, it never went well for them.
No. Oh no. You know? I mean, but again, you can thank Jesus Christ for that.
Yeah.
You know, I was reading some quotes from a few bishops that went with I don't want to say Columbus because it wasn't Columbus. The dickhead that ended up in South America.
Oh, like Ponce de Leon or one of those guys?
Yeah. One of those fucking idiots.
Yeah. Magellan, one of those guys. Yeah.
And in this guy's diary, he's saying, he's like, you know, they're a great people. They're, you know, that, you know, their society is thriving and everyone seems happy. And then they see a sacrifice. And right then and there, well, Jesus would never allow it and blah, 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 blah. So they start fucking murdering these people. In the middle of when Spain is in what, their third fucking Inquisition, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that to me
and
is
think about the horrible ways people were tortured during the Inquisition. Right. You know, it wasn't just like a hanging.
But that was sanctioned by Jesus. And that's the funniest part to me about the whole fucking thing. And it's what kind of scared me about this fucking missionary even going to North Sentinel Island.
Yeah.
Is that if you, in your eyes, go, well, Jesus wouldn't approve of this, well, it's been historically shown that you'll just start fucking killing people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a new thought that some missionary, regardless of the religion, goes to a place where they deem the people as savages, and the ones that don't want to fucking conform, they just, you know, bye-bye. They silence them.
Yeah. And I mean, these are like, we're talking about an extreme missionary. You have missionaries that go all the time to Asia, Africa, South America, to all these places. And they, you know, I know in their hearts they think they're doing the right thing. Yeah. But, you know, I just kind of feel like they're not helping in the long run.
One thing I didn't like, though, was the fact that everybody immediately when the story broke was, oh, that's white people. Oh, that's white. Is a fucking Asian dude. Like, I'm sorry. Like, white people aren't the only people that dumb enough to bite the Jesus fucking narrative. No. You know what I mean? Like, we're not the only stupid.
Jesus lovers of all colors.
Right? Like, that one kind of irked me. Like, it kind of fucking irked me.
Well, and he was most likely a Mormon or Jehovah. Like, let's face it, the Asians love to be Jehovah's.
Yeah. But I seen that narrative being pushed by a few media outlets even. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is fucking disingenuous. Yeah, like this is so fucking disingenuous. And then the second a picture of this guy comes out, well, they're not talking about it anymore. Like that one really fucking irked me.
The white savior complex.
Yeah, and well, no, he's actually a fucking Chinese American. The fuck you talking about? Like, the guy's as East Asian as they fucking come. I don't understand what it is you're trying to get at.
Well, now we got to forget about that because that didn't fit our narrative. Exactly.
Exactly. Oh, fuck it. That irked me. Like, rather than everybody taking this chance to fucking run our mouths about fucking the God-fearing, you know what I mean? They had to turn into some racist fucking bullshit. Excuse me.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm tired of it. Yeah. I'm tired of every time I have something to make fun of the goddamn religious, it's fucking taken away from me by some racist bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, just let me make fun of Jesus freaks. Like, please, fuck.
Yeah. I don't ask for much. Any crazy fanatical religious person. I don't care what your religion, whether you're a Scientologist, whether you're one of these gens. By the way, there's a big gen church going up by the Walmart in Scarborough here.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
That's that's the Indian cult.
Oh, there's an Indian cult, eh?
Yeah, it started in India and it's spreading out, and it's one of the, it's another cult, right?
Huh. Well, they're all.
It's not even based on like, Sikh or Hindi or any of that stuff. It's freaking a cult. Right. Jan, maybe it's Jan or Jan. It's something like that. But I saw that it's going up right there because I'm like, oh, what are they building there? And I'm like, oh God, cult.
Cults.
So, speaking of cults, this is actually a good segue. Let's talk about PETA. So the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, they came out with an idea yesterday, that using idioms, is that how you say it?
Idiom. Yeah.
Like flogging a dead horse or taking the bull by the horn, is comparable to homophobic and racist and ableist languages. It's very upsetting when a cow hears the term, taking a bull by the horn.
Yeah.
The cow has to go on antidepressants when he hears it. So this is what they're suggesting. You've got, instead of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, feed 2 birds with 1 scone. Now, why can't 2 birds have a scone each? What the fuck, PETA? Come on.
Like, the thing is with PETA, though, is they don't realize that there's 2 ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you did there.
I fucking hate these people. I literally fucking hate these people. I've cut people out of my life who have been showing PETA fucking nonsense on their social media or espousing it in person. Like, literally, I fucking despise these fucking people. And the great thing is they're all fucking skinny, weak vegans, so they can't do shit about nothing.
Fight back.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm so fucking sick of them. And that's not even like they also were trying to convince some town in England to fucking change their name because the town's name was Wool.
Oh, good Lord.
And that's super offensive to sheep. Like, no, it's not.
If you don't shear a sheep,
it dies.
They get matted and the wool is heavy and they cannot move. They can freeze to the ground. All kinds of horrible things can happen. They can't run from prey animals. It's cruel. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, predator animals. That's cruel to them if you don't harvest their wool. Come on.
They're just a fucking bullshit organization feeding on fucking idiots. Like, I've never met a fucking PETA supporter that someone's like, yeah, you're bright. Like, do you think anyone in the history of ever has looked at Pamela Anderson like, yeah, you really got your fucking head screwed on right? I actually
read a really good comment about, I can't remember where I read it. Somewhere someone commented and said, you know what, you want to talk about this and, animal rights, but you're using a Kardashian as one of your spokespeople.
Right,
the ultimate of misogyny.
Like, where do you think all the fucking makeup gets tested? All that dumb Kardashian makeup, it's getting tested on animals. You stupid fucks.
They wear fucking fur,
right? But they don't care.
They have their kid. What's that kid? Northwest. That kid wears a fur coat. 2 years old.
PETA is a lie. They don't give a fuck about animals. They don't give a fuck about animals.
They have a very high kill shelter for the dogs that they quote unquote rescue.
Exactly.
I can see if it's a sick animal that can't be saved, but they're killing a lot of animals that could be saved.
Yeah, as far as they're concerned, any purebred dog needs to be put down. Like, any. I've had many an argument with these fucking morons about this. My favorite argument that I've ever had with one of these fucking PETA morons, this stupid bitch was literally trying to convince me that my cat should live on a vegan diet. My cat's a motherfucking carnivore like all other fucking cats. They don't eat vegetables. Like, that's just not what happens. But this stupid fucking bitch literally you're a horrible pet owner because your cat doesn't eat vegan. Like, if she wasn't living in Oakland, I probably would have strangled this bitch. Like, I'm not even fucking with you. Like, it just enraged me hearing this stupid argument. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're like, it's shit like that. Like, because PETA to me was the start of this kind of social justice revolution that we're seeing now with these completely just far-fetched fucking ideas.
Outraged at everything.
Outraged at everything. Nothing is fucking good. Nothing is right. No matter who you are and what you're doing in life, you're fucking wrong and you're a piece of shit. And then that fucking idea just kind of grew into the feminists and then grew into the BLM supporters. And now it's just, your overall kind of, far left kind of talking points.
When are they going to stop eating plants? Because they've proven that plants feel pain. They emit noises when they're being hurt. They communicate with each other when one is being, injured.
Yeah, no. So I'm arguing with this fucking vegan not that long ago, and they're saying, well, I just live an entire cruelty-free existence. And I said, prove it. Well, I don't eat animals. I'm like, but you eat fucking, corn and wheat and shit like that. Yeah, of course. How many squirrels, mice, and ground nesting birds die per harvest?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think fucking getting chewed up by a columbine is fucking cruelty-free? No, it's not. There's no such thing as cruelty-free. Like, cruelty-free does not exist. Not in this fucking universe. The universe is cruel.
The only way is if you're, growing bean plants in your backyard and you're picking one bean at a time.
Right? Like, fuck's sakes. But fuck PETA. I'm so fucking sick of them.
But just these stupid sayings they want you to use are ridiculous. So, be the guinea pig, right? Huh. They want you to be the test tube. So you want me to be a human test plant or test patient. What the hell? No. Beat a dead horse. Who's that hurting? The horse is already dead.
The horse is dead. Don't care.
Feed a fed horse. Well, now you're overfeeding it and making it fat, and it's going to be body shamed.
Yeah.
Bring home the bacon to bring home the bagels. I really don't have a problem with bringing home the bagels, but I also want some bacon with my bagels. So
the reasoning behind that one to me is so funny because it's sexist. Why? Like, a woman can't go out and earn fucking money? What?
Yeah.
Like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah, and then take the bull by the horns turns to take the flowers by the thorns. That's stupid. I'm gonna pick up a thorn. What the hell? These don't even make sense.
I mean, I kind of feel like they're trolling.
It almost does. These almost do feel like trolling. These don't make any sense.
None of them make sense. Their entire argument is just so flawed, and even from a stupid fucking PETA standpoint, it is so fucking flawed. They're trolling. They got to be fucking trolling. There's no way that this campaign, in their minds, whomever was the one that fucking spearheaded this, they ever thought that, you know what, this is going to convince people. This right here is the way to get people on our side. No. It's going to do this. It's going to get us talking about them. It's going to get people fucking talking shit to them, driving up ad revenue to whatever bullshit articles. And excuse me. Because let's not forget, they are a for-profit organization.
Yeah.
They might say all the time we're non-profit, but they're fucking not.
That's a million, if not $1 billion.
Right? Look at the bitch that fucking founded and fucking runs PETA. That bitch is making money. Like, she is making bank. You think they give a fuck about these animals? No, they don't care. As long as they can still get some washed up fucking airhead fucking celebrity in their fucking commercials and shit, they don't give a fuck. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them.
You don't say.
Like, I really do. Like, I'm all for
ridiculous.
I'm all for fucking vegans. I really am. Now I've talked my fair share of shit about them, but it's normally in good fun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate fucking vegans. Like, why would I hate somebody because of their dietary choices? That's stupid. Yeah. Like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I can disagree with you, but not hate you.
Right? Like, unless your dietary choices is fucking eating fucking infants, then I probably aren't going to agree with what your fucking choices are. But PETA boils my fucking blood. Like,
well, the problem with this, like, when people go from even just vegetarian to vegan, it's like sudden. I don't know if it's the lack of protein to their brain, but they're like become one of us, join us, and it's like the intolerance that they get is ridiculous.
Tribalism's a real bitch. Yeah. I've been saying this for so long now. Like, tribalism's a bitch, and when you get into, because let's face it, being a vegan is one thing. Right now, I've met many a vegan who just have a vegan diet, and that's it. But I've also met some where that's their identity. That's the tribe they choose. Right? Like that exactly. That's the reason that they feel like, well, now I'm not an uninteresting piece of shit. This is what makes me interesting.
Better than you.
Better than you, right? It's always an inferiority complex. It's always people trying to grandstand and be like, well, this is why I'm better than you. Well, you're not better than me. You're just fucking talking louder. You know what I mean? Like,
look, you want to enjoy, and you know what I don't get? Can I just ask this question? I never understood this. If you're a vegan and you don't want to eat meat, right?
Yep.
Why are you then buying things that taste like a hamburger or taste like a bacon sandwich? Like, doesn't that just go I just feel like that's a little bit of hypocrisy to me.
I mean, I'm with you on that, but lesbians can buy dildos and they made their fucking choice. So you know what I mean? Like, we can't
a hole to stick something in. Why not? Just because you don't like a live dick doesn't mean you don't like a rubber one.
But no, it's just kind of the same kind of fallacy, right? Like, but I'm with you on it. I'm absolutely with you on it. Like, if
I get why vegetarians do it, because they're trying, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like vegans are a little more extreme. So, like, why are you buying something that tastes like a delicious hamburger?
Right. Yeah. No, it's a fair argument. And I've never really heard any fucking, you know.
And here's another weird question that just popped in my head while we were talking. If a vegan or one of these crazy PETA people get lice, do they kill the lice or do they let it thrive?
They have to let it thrive. They have to. You can't. It's a poor, defenseless fucking creature, man. And to remove them from their natural habitat, your filthy fucking head, that's cruel.
Oh my God. I just thought of that. Or like, I hope if they get crabs, they're, oh my God.
Like, here's my fucking thing on this whole goddamn thing.
Do they kill a yeast infection? Like, I don't know.
Like, yeah, that's a fair fucking question.
Like, oh my gosh.
But like, I have no beef with somebody wanting. I have no problem with somebody wanting to live a cruelty-free life with their diet.
Animals, that's wonderful. Good for you.
I will never ever say that somebody's wrong for doing that. You're doing something that I personally couldn't do.
Yeah.
Because I know my role in the food chain. You know what I mean? Now, you want to take the humanitarian role or the role that we have at least given to ourselves. We're better than that. We are better than our animal counterparts because we can make the choice. That's fine. That's cool. Awesome. Right. I'll applaud you. Shut the fuck up about it right at that point, though. Like, there, shut the fuck up. I don't
try to convert me. Don't try to preach to me. Don't try to make me feel bad. Don't make me watch your fucking movies where animals are being killed in slaughterhouses. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care.
I feel the same way about the pro-life idiots.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're anti-abortion. That's cool. Don't show me pictures of fucking what looks to be teriyaki chicken standing on the side of the road.
I'm not forcing you to get an abortion. I'm not forcing you to eat a steak.
And I'm sorry, that whole pro-life shit is such a bullshit argument. You're not pro-life, you're pro-birth. Because the second that baby's born, you don't give a fuck. Like, you literally don't care.
They don't want, you know, social welfare. They don't want to give, you know, child care subsidies. They don't want, you know, giving out, like in the States, they got those, what do you call those food stamps and all that stuff. Yeah.
But it's kind of the same shit, you know, like, I hear from a lot of these militant vegans, not all, but these militant fucking idiots.
I know vegans that are fine. And then I know crazy vegans.
Yeah. And most of those crazy vegans are the people that are doing it for the image. Like, I'm sorry, like that is what it is. A good friend of ours, she went vegan for a couple of years there, and it was the same talking points like all the time. Well, I'm just so much better because I don't like shut up.
You're talking about how we steal. You can't be a feminist if you eat eggs because you're literally robbing the mother chicken of her eggs. She shuts that out. Doesn't care.
Right? Doesn't give a fuck. Like, doesn't care anymore. Oh damn. Well, and that's it. You know,
eggs, bro. Come on.
Like, when are people going to stop putting human emotions on an animal? They're fucking animals. They don't feel and think the way we do. I'm not going to sit here and say that they don't have nerve endings and they can't feel pain. That's dumb. I've stepped on my dog's paw. I've heard her yelp. I know she felt it. You know what I mean?
They feel something akin to grief and stuff like that. Yeah. Not over chicken or chicken egg. Maybe if it was a chicken that had hatched, but it didn't even hatch.
It's just the whole thing to me is it's a falsity. You cannot. The entire world cannot be vegan, and I'm sorry, not fucking sorry. It just can't happen. Because now veganism runs hand in hand with being an environmentalist, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anyone can disagree with that. Like, it's pretty much hand in hand. So you're telling me that you want the entire fucking, 7 billion people on Earth to go vegan. Mm-hmm. We don't even have the farmland to keep our vegetables good now.
Yeah.
But yet, for some reason, you think that 7 fucking billion people.
Well, and let's look at the other side where they keep saying all these pesticides and all this stuff are killing the bees.
Yeah.
Now we get rid of our protein sources and the bees die off and we don't have anything to eat. We won't even have cows to eat or chicken eggs.
Yeah. You know? No, it's just the whole argument is false. They always say, oh, no, it works, man. The models work. Yeah, but you're talking about a fucking population like 50,000 people. Yeah, 50,000 people. We could fucking – if Canada only had 50,000 fucking people, we could all be vegan. We could all be vegan and fucking still produce all the world's fucking vegetables. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that we could do. 7 billion fucking people on Earth? No. No, because bye-bye
Reason why
all your
people are
forests.
you know, and I agree that there should be enough food in the world for everybody to eat. I mean, kids are starving to death all over the world, and I'm throwing out leftovers in my fridge. But you know, I can't ship my leftovers to Africa. I'm sorry, I would if I could.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The whole argument's just dumb to me. I've never met someone that can make a cohesive argument as to why I should make the switch.
Yeah.
Now,
sorry, as long as a freaking tenderloin steak exists and I put some butter and salt and pepper on that, I'm never going vegan.
You know, like I made that argument. I was talking to somebody about zoos, and they were saying how zoos are cruel and it goes against their vegan this and that, whatever. And I said, well, the thing you have to remember is that we have now ensured that animal will not die a cruel death. Because every animal on Earth is slated to be eaten alive. What's crueler? What's fucking crueler? Living your life in a zoo, getting fucking treats, having your birthday celebrated. You know what I mean?
Christmas comes.
You know what I mean?
The frozen food, yeah.
Or you're just
I don't like zoos either, but I don't think they should all be closed down. And I would never say, AJ, you're a terrible person for going to a zoo.
And this person kind of alluded to that. Like they kind of were calling me a piece of shit.
I just don't give them my money. That's it. That's it.
And like I said, like you can't tell me that a fucking gazelle living in the Toronto Zoo has it worse off than one that has to constantly looking over its shoulder, getting its fucking ass and balls bit by a fucking hyena. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I can't.
Well, you're right. Living a zoo life in most zoos. I mean, there's a couple sketchy zoos.
Oh, absolutely.
Most zoos are nice. You know,
like
they
unfortunately, there is no governing world body that we can, you know, ensure that all animals are being treated right. And it'd be nice to fucking see. It would.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not about animal cruelty as much as I love eating the fuckers.
Yeah. Other than the whales.
Fuck them. Stupid assholes. Like, why'd you leave land to go back in the water, you stupid fuck?
I know. Why? They beach themselves? What the fuck?
Right? Like, you guys were land
I
mammals.
See yeah, when they
and then you were like, let's go back to where the sharks live, you stupid fucks. Fuck.
So let's talk about some more stupidity. So we talk a lot about what people can name their kids, and we talked about how Sweden stopped the person from. Did we talk about that? Sweden stopped them from naming their kid Ford.
Yeah.
So here's a story that came out last week about a lady who was very angry at Southwest Airlines because she overheard an employee mocking her child's name, her 5-year-old daughter, whose name is Absidy.
Absidy, yeah.
Pronounced, or that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled ABCDE. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Yep.
I'm sorry. You set your kid up. This is why Sweden has laws.
Yeah.
This is why France has laws.
Your incessant search to be fucking special has just set your child back. Like, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I mean, the little girl is innocent in this.
It's sad if the little girl heard her name being mocked, and I feel a little bit sorry for her, but turn around and blame your mom and dad.
Exactly. She's innocent in this, but that mother needs to be fucking ridiculed and ridiculed and ridiculed. You're not special,
Tracy
bitch.
Redford, Tracy with an I, fuck you.
Yeah, you're not fucking special. Go back to drinking your pumpkin spice latte and your fucking worn out Ugg boots, you fucking basic bitch. No one cares about you.
Yeah.
Fuck's
and
sakes.
what's shocking to me is from reading this BuzzFeed article. It was everywhere, but this was just the first time I saw it, so that's where I saved it from. Apparently, there's like 250 people with the name ABCD.
Oh, that's a fucking shame.
In America. Of course, they're all under the age of 12.
Of course.
But, like this poor kid. This poor freaking kid. And even the name Absidy sounds horrible anyway.
It's so dumb. It's
so when she's a 20-year-old with a fat roll, she's not going to live up to the name Absidy.
Oh, fuck. I mean, I want to start talking so much fucking shit, but I'm not going to. It's just so dumb. Like, it's so dumb. And the thing is like, I'd love to sit here and say, we should really implement some laws to say, no, you can't name your kid that. Because that infringes on my personal belief of personal freedom. Yeah. You can't tell me what I can name my kid. You know what I mean? You can't. Like, no government, no nothing. If I want to name my kid fucking Jesus ass fucking Christ, that's what I'm naming my kid. Suck my dick. I don't give a fuck.
Well, they can't stop you from using Jesus because that's a name in Hispanic culture.
They actually did in the U.S. The guy named his kid Jesus Christ, and they're like, "Oh, Jesus," and he said, "No,
Christ."
Okay. He said Jesus, and they said you can't name your kid Jesus.
Because there's still people whose names are Jesus, even though there's Latino.
Oh yeah, I know, but The whole fucking thing is just dumb. And again, that mother, I mean, again, I feel sorry for the kid. The kid doesn't deserve it. The kid didn't have any choice in their fucking name. As somebody who grew up kind of not enjoying their name, who faced a lot of ridicule over it, I get the pain.
Well, at least yours is a name.
But that's it, though, right? Like, my name isn't a weird one. Like, Arthur, it might not be as... Exactly. It's not as fucking, you know, out there as other names are, you know? Like, other than my father, I think I've only ever met one other Arthur. You know what I mean? And I did. I caught a lot of flack when I was young for my name. But yeah, my name wasn't some made up fucking bullshit. Like, I didn't just go out and buy those little baby blocks and fucking throw 6 of them on the ground and be like, that's my kid's name. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
it's ridiculous. But some names are ridiculous. Like these celebrities, like, oh God, what's his Jason Lee? I'm pretty sure his kid's name is Pilot Inspector.
That's insane.
Yeah, and Penn from Penn and Teller is Moxie something.
Oh.
You know, like, I get you want to have a unique name. Look, I tried to give my kids a unique name. Unfortunately, the X-Men movie came out after my son was born, and there's a gazillion Logans in the world now.
But again, it's not like Logan is an unheard of name. No, it's not like Marley is an unheard of name. It might be a little obscure for our area. You know what I mean? But it's not that obscure. Same with Arthur. I know when I go to Europe, I know there's thousands more Arthurs out there.
Exactly.
But Absidy, like, seriously? And like, I mean, I can't say that we're not fucking, you know, immune from that. My sister named my youngest niece one of the stupidest fucking names I've ever heard. Like, seriously.
It's a weird one, but, you know, it's kind of cute. I like the nickname of it.
Yeah, I guess, because her fucking name's stupid. I love you, but your name's stupid.
It's definitely weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Well, she gave, you know, the other one's got a very
old school fucking proper goddamn name, and then
weird spelling, but a traditional name at least.
Still bothers me.
Yeah. Well, you know, ever since I was a kid, I read years ago. Now, this is flown out the window, obviously. When you have a weird spelling, people think your parents were illiterate. And I have a very weird spelling to the name Jacqueline. It is not spelled right.
Yeah.
And even my middle name, Suzanne, is spelled wrong. So thanks, Dad. So I've always kind of gone with that. So when I see weird spellings, I think, oh, God.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you cannot make an argument to me that'll make me feel any different. The reason why people name their kids these stupid names is because they know that they are uninteresting and they feel like this gives them some kind of thing. Right?
Or, like, you know, really boring.
Because I know so many people that have named their kids stupid shit, and it's all because, like, oh, well, isn't her name cute? No, it's not. I think you're stupid. Yeah. Like, I think you've set your kid up for fucking failure. You've set your kid up for bullying.
Yeah.
And now let's face it, bullying's never going to go away. It's a part of fucking life. Like, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And you're going to set your child up in a way that's going to...
saving grace. Well, I'd say here in Canada, I don't know about in like small town America as much, but in Canada, you've got a lot of now immigrant people coming in with names that would be weird to us.
Yeah.
You know, Canadian people. So, I mean, your kid's not going to stand out quite as much when you're around a Zamir.
Yeah.
Right?
But, like, I went to school in Scarborough, and that was a very heavy Tamil neighborhood when I was going to school. And I knew a lot of names, like, that we would think are weird because they're just not culturally ours,
well, there's, like, 10-letter long.
Yeah, but
Tamil names are very long.
Yeah, but I never once thought, like, oh, these parents want, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
never once. They were giving their kids traditional names that were just in their cultures. I don't know when all these white women decided that they want to go this fucking route.
The 90s.
Well, it's not even that, because I mean, think, like, there's guys right now in their mid-30s named Wheeler. You know what I mean? And it's always been, there's always been
Dakotas
these fucking white women.
Yeah.
That just, like, I don't fucking get
it. Romance, you know what? The soap operas really started it, because I do remember, like, whenever there was a soap character, like Caitlin, right? You have a sister named Caitlin. There was Caitlins on a couple soaps. Yeah. And that was the start of that. And that was like in the 80s and early 90s. That was like, you couldn't fall over a kid that's name wasn't Caitlin.
Yeah, that's just a shame. And I mean, but the one, I guess, like, shining light is Absidy is not going to be the only kid with a stupid as fuck name at whatever school she goes to. So you're not going to stand out so bad.
She's going to meet XYZ.
Right? Like,
they'll fall in love and have TUV.
Oh my God.
You know what I was thinking though, is that the name Stu, STU, is already that, order of the alphabet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like again, like who am I to say to anybody what they can and can't do to their children? I'm not about that life. But at the same point in time, don't ever think you have the right to fucking cry a foul when somebody starts snickering at your piss poor life decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was watching, and I normally never watch React videos, but I saw one that was suggested. So I was like, oh, let me watch this React video. And there was a girl in it whose name was Marley, but it was spelled Marlhy.
Oh, yeah.
I really just want to send a message to her parents and be like, kill yourselves. Come on.
Like, see, like, I mean, again, like, I don't know what more I can say. Like, this chick set her kid up for bullying, but luckily there's other fucking stupid white women out there naming their kids a bunch of dumb fuck shit too. So maybe your kid will get along just fine in life.
I forgot. Sister Patty brings up a very good point. She's the oldest in the family, and when she was, being born, or when my mom was pregnant with her, my father wanted to name her Peepin. Our last name was Toms, so he wanted to call her Peepin Toms.
Peepin Toms. Yeah, I've heard that story.
I guess he was the original basic white bitch.
Yeah. I mean, like, that kind of stuff. Like, there's always been obscure names.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it to the extent that we experience it now. Like, I really don't. But, I mean, again, who the fuck am I to say anything? I ain't have kids. I don't want the little bastards, so.
Yeah.
Name your little fucking Rugrat whatever you want.
I guess. There you go. I'm sure it won't be the last time that we're seeing stories like this, though, because, and everybody gets their panties in a twist and has to go to the media when their feelings are hurt. So.
Oh, of course. Like, and this chick she kind of knew something like this was going to happen. You can't.
She probably was praying for the day to happen.
You know what I mean? Like, people love
sure
their 15
she's
minutes.
waiting for Southwest to give her lifetime free rides and shit.
No, you don't get shit. Just because you're dumb and named your kid something stupid don't mean you get fucking free stuff.
Yeah, you're not getting rewarded for it.
No.
Here's your apology.
Right?
And I wouldn't even have given her an apology. The only thing she should have got an apology for was that somebody shared her ticket online as an employee. That's inappropriate. Yep. That's wrong.
Absolutely.
But beyond that, sorry somebody made fun of your name.
Well, I love how people nowadays think that you can do whatever ridiculous shit you want, but be above reproach. Like, you don't deserve to be ridiculed. No.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this fucking
We're
argument.
all ridiculed in life, man. Come on.
Nobody. And I mean, fucking nobody deserves to go through life without having their fucking beliefs challenged and their fucking ideas ridiculed. Yeah. Nobody. Like, not a single fucking person. And for this broad to have the audacity to think that, you can't make fun of my daughter's name because
she should just move to a commune because that's the only place she'll be accepted.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about another. These ones are weird to me. Like, I know I shouldn't judge people's lifestyle choices like this, but it's weird to me. So we've got a Japanese guy named Akihiko Kondo. He got married last month. He married a hologram. Literally a hologram, I guess he sees on his computer or something, but he had like a little doll version of her to actually marry in life.
Yep.
Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
You talked about this.
Yeah, they're called waifus. It's becoming way more prevalent. It's actually kind of fucking crazy how many people are doing this. Like, they're dating fucking anime characters. It's really disheartening, in all honesty.
Does he, like, in the virtual world, does he like talk to her? Like,
oh yeah, no, he takes her on dates. Like,
okay.
If you have the
I really don't understand.
Like, if you have the fucking stomach for it,
I don't
look up waifus, and like, these guys will go out and they'll get fucking body pillows made of this anime character, and they'll fucking traipse around with them and shit. They take them on dates, they feed them, they bathe them.
Tell me it doesn't have like jizz stains on it and stuff.
Oh, they absolutely do. The body pillows absolutely do. Why do you think they buy a fucking body pillow? Oh, it's gross. It's fucking disgusting. It's really, really sad. Like, it's really, really, really sad. And I do sometimes feel, not sad, but I feel kind of bad making fun of these people. But, like I just said, you don't get to go through life not getting ridiculed. And when you're doing something that fucking weird, you're gonna get
ridiculed. You're gonna get ridiculed. That's really weird.
It is.
Like, I mean, I guess it's one thing if you want to go in there and like jerk off to like a virtual program, like whatever. It's like the new porn. I get that. You know, I'm not gonna judge you for that. But like you are so stunted in your social development that you cannot meet a human being, and this is who you're gonna marry at like 20 years of age.
Well, it's not, and like again, it's only really prevalent amongst the anime crowd, which says to me a little bit about anime itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the people that I know that are anime
destroyed the minds of the people who watch it.
Exactly. No, seriously. Like, oh, excuse me. They get real fucking into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's weird. But it's nothing new. We're gonna see so much more of this shit. As sad as it is, like you will see a lot more of this.
Oh my God. Well, I know that. Well, Logan's not into it as much as he was. Sister Patty likes Pokemon, and so does Lucas. Maybe they'll marry like a Charlesander. I don't even know what these things are called.
Yeah.
Charmander. Come on, Sister Patty, give me a name. Pikachu. I know one. Maybe Sister Patty will make a pillow of a.
Ugh.
Ash? Is that somebody?
I have no fucking idea.
I mean, you were like so out of it. We're like, what?
No idea.
We're like 7-year-old people.
Like if you're
this anime?
Right? If you're into fucking Pokemon, by all means, like cool, wicked, awesome. Yeah. I mean, I used to beat up kids that were into Pokemon, so no, I never really got into it.
Well, no, I really don't have a problem if you like to watch it, play the game, whatever, collect the stuff. People get into things, you know, like
absolutely.
People like Star Wars or people like Star Trek, whatever. But if you have stunted yourself developmentally so much over any one thing that you cannot socialize, and I'm not even just talking about a girl or a guy, but you can't even have friends that are human beings, you know?
Well, I mean, it says a lot to where we are socially now. You know, how many people just sit at home in their bedroom or on their computer fucking living their entire life online?
Yeah.
You know, and especially when we're talking young people, this is just, it's fucking way of the times. And that's what I mean by we're going to see more of this.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately, it's a valid way out for these people. And I'm sorry, if fucking a body pillow is going to keep you out of a van, driving down the sidewalk, fucking murdering a bunch of people, then by all means.
I guess that's true. Sister Patty says he's 10. I guess that's Ash is 10. Well, I mean, there might be an adult somewhere, Sister Patty. And this, what was her name? Hisuni Hiko? What was her name? Hatsune Miku? She's 16 and he married her virtual reality pillow.
And that's a big fucking issue too, is that there's a lot of pedophilia in this stuff. There's a lot of pedophilia. So like we're at the one point where I'm sitting here saying, I'm not going to, you know, I can't tell you how to live your life and shit, but you know, we should be kind of wary of that. You know, where these
even just like some of these fandoms, like, do you remember that the kid who plays Mike in Stranger Things was talking about how the fandom has been doing a lot of fan fiction and fan art with him and the other guy hooking up, which he was uncomfortable with. He's only a young boy. He doesn't know what he is yet, or maybe he does and he doesn't want to be gay. He doesn't want to be perceived as gay, or maybe he is gay. Who knows? He just doesn't like people assuming his sexuality, which is his right.
Yeah, no,
especially as a young child.
Yeah. It's just fucking cringy. It's just so cringy.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, hey, you know, more women for me, I guess. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like that's the only thing I can ever really think about when I hear this.
I've been reading about in Japan that there's a huge chunk of 20s, population men especially, that are basically kind of housebound and don't go out and don't do anything.
Yep.
And they are living their lives online, and you know, like that's a huge chunk of the population missing from, like, you know,
the dating
population.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, absolutely. It's sad, but I mean, it's also fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's so weird. You know, like Japan is a very weird society.
Oh yeah, it is.
I guess they look at us and think we're weird, but geez.
They can't show fucking pubic hair in Japanese porn, but yet I can go into a fucking vending machine and buy worn schoolgirl panties. Like, really, Japan?
You can see a cartoon of an octopus tentacle going up someone's snatch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, tentacle porn is a fucking wow. Like, that's some eye-opening shit, I'll tell you.
Oh, there's weird stuff out there.
Because, like, I had a buddy when I was in middle school who was fucking huge in anime, and he would put that hentai or whatever the fucking nonsense was on, like, the tentacle porn shit. And he'd be, oh man, it's so hot, so hot. And I'm like, how the fuck are you getting aroused by a goddamn cartoon, you fucking weirdo? Like, you're fucking weird, man. Like, there's girls out there. Like, we can go talk to fucking real life girls right now.
Especially that. Like, I mean, I would forgive you if you were like, you know, oh, I'm watching a Sailor Moon porn and it's just, you know, okay, I'll give you that. You know? But tentacles? I don't get that. That's scary. I don't want no suction cups anywhere near my body part, okay?
But yeah, my buddy, he was fucking into it, and it was weird, and it was kind of one of the reasons why I just stopped fucking talking to him.
Did he ever get laid in real life?
I have no, well, I'd imagine so, because he became a muscle dummy at one point in his life. And I think that was to make up
from all the, you know, steroids.
I know. I think he was trying to make up for all that lost time where he was jerking off to fucking cartoons. So he went and got a gym membership, decided to become a muscle dummy, and, you know, was banging bottom of the barrel drunk horse.
Oh, well, you know, that's a viable vagina.
You know, those fucking drunk cougars, man, they're there for dick. So, I mean, if you're fucking brave enough to mount up, buddy, fucking get after it.
There you go. I mean, so cool. So, on that note, I guess we'll end the show.
Yeah, fuck more cougars, guys.
Or hump a pillow. Yeah. So, thanks for listening. I think we'll be back on Monday. And thanks for listening and have a good week. Bye.
Yeah, take care.